All right everyone, Jay here, and I'm back again with practical brewing tips for your holiday season. As you know, the holidays are almost here, or they really are here. By the time this gets released, it's gonna be holidays already, which means that you're gonna have family gatherings, friends gathering, all this. And for those of you that are really into coffee, you know you love beautiful, precious coffee that you love to make at home with your AeroPresses and your pour overs and all of that kind of stuff. I know you're buying great and beautiful coffee that you really just treasure and love. I get it. I do that too. Plus, I also understand the idea when you go to family and friends and they're just drinking whatever kind of dreck they're drinking. It's just pretty much misery. But I've got a way for you to save the day and enjoy great coffee as well. One of the biggest problems of making these beautiful coffees is that you're doing these pour overs and you're super precious with your pour over and you're timing and you're pouring and you're timing and you're doing all of this craziness for one cup. And really, if you've got your whole family there or your friends, you don't really want to make precious and beautiful and such for every person, because that would be maddening. Even if you use the Chemex, you can really only get 2, maybe 3 cups out of it, right? Here's a way for you to make great coffee, using great coffee, with really, really simple and pretty much easy to use equipment. The first thing you're gonna need is a basket. This is the Bunn filter basket. This is a commercial piece of gear that you can buy online for about 20 bucks. I got the link below. And this is what you see in like typical drip machines, right? The big difference here is that this holds a lot of coffee. And that's the key. Next, you're gonna need filters. Of course, they make brown, unbleached, or bleached filters, and you can buy these practically anywhere, or at the link down below. You simply put this in, and then you're going to add your coffee and do your thing. However, you need a vessel to place it. Now, you could go out and get yourself an Airpot, right? And the thermal Airpot is great because you can brew into this Airpot, and then when you finish brewing, it'll hold the coffee at a good temperature. But really, you're gonna brew it and pretty much everyone's gonna drink. So you don't necessarily have to worry too much about holding it. So if you don't wanna spend the 40 bucks or so on an Airpot, I'm sure your relative or your mom or your grandma or your auntie has one of these or something similar. Basically, these Rubbermaid pitchers that you can use for practically anything. You put juice in it, you put iced tea, you put whatever. This will work great. And we're not gonna worry so much about the thermal properties of it because we're gonna be brewing and then serving right away. So all you have to do is take this pitcher, and place it on top with the filter. And then you add the coffee, and then you pour and brew. And you brew, and you brew, and you brew. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna look for a medium to coarse grind that's gonna give you enough resistance and also allow you to flow the water through the coffee in 4 minutes. Now, how do you figure out how much coffee to use? First, it's based on this. You want to know how much coffee you can hold, and this particular one is a half gallon, 64 ounces. So for every finished ounce of coffee, we're gonna use 2 grams of ground coffee. And so 64 times 2 gives us 128. So we're gonna need to fit 128 grams of coffee into the basket, but you're gonna pour it over and let it flow through. And then once it's all done, you've got a lot of great coffee to serve to everyone with very little muss, very little fuss. It's super easy, and this is really what I do at home. Now, if you want to be really technical and like fancy for your coffee, you can use the Airpot. And for the Airpot, you can open it, and sometimes you can just place it right on top here. This one's a little bit tight, so you can always remove the cap. And then place the basket right on top and brew away. Just pour, 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 and you're good to go. So that's how I solve making pretty coffee at gatherings so that I can make sure that everybody gets a cup and I don't have to spend too much time making each one by hand. Hope this helped for you. Give it a try this holiday season. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it goes. If you're using any other kind of vessel, drop those in the comments as well. Love to hear about it. So until next time, have a good one.